Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video. Today is August 30th, I believe, the last day of the month. And this week, Specialized quietly announced their 2026 SWORKS Tarmac SL8. We're going to talk about everything they changed on that bicycle for this upcoming year. Not a lot, but a couple good things, and we'll talk about what they did. And did they do enough for that third-year bicycle to still pursue or persuade customers to go that route? They have a crazy acclaimed weight for it. A Tarmac full stock 56 coming at 6.62 kilos out of the box, which is like 14 pounds, 9 ounces. Really lightweight. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys can see, we're in a nice, beautiful beach location. Looks absolutely beautiful. I would love to be it. Oh, and I just built a new keyboard. If you guys did not know this about me, I have a weird hobby where I like to build and customize keyboards. So I'll show you guys real quick. See if this will work. Oh, it's just unplugged. Damn it. Hold on, wait. Let me just unplug it real quick. So this is the back of it. It's got like these eyes on it. Look sick. I usually build the custom ones in a like a 65 configuration, but this one I did a full layout because I needed a number key on there. This is like a little LCD screen right here too, and the plate on here is carbon fiber. Sounds sick. You guys want a little typing test? Here we go. Yeah, I like building stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. So, very cool stuff there. Let's go ahead and get into the website. Here we go. So, open up our browser. Okay. We're off to a great start. There we go. Boom. This is a pretty cool bike, too. Let's go here. Boom. Don't mind the kids. There's a sleepover going on. Alright, so here we go. This is the brand new color, and this bike is still on sale too, which we'll talk about in a second. So, this is the brand new 2026 SWORKS Tarmac SWORKS SL8. Let's go over the colors first. The first color in the SRAM red variation is the Gloss Premium Fjord Metallic. Kind of like this pine green look. Nice metallic finish with a bright white SWORKS on there. Looks really clean. This color, I don't know how I feel about it. This is called a Gloss Red Sky White Impasto. This reminds me of the first launch color of the SWORKS Tarmac, but it was more of a fiery red. This is like a marble red almost, kind of like a ruby color. I'm sure it looks good in person. I'm excited to get my hands on one of these bikes in the box, but very nice looking. Clean, clean, clean. Don't know how I feel about it. And then here is the... Oh, there's a Durace color, but I guess they took the Durace away. The Durace came in a white color, a gloss white and red. We'll pull it up. But yeah, so they put the price to $13,500. The previous model year was $13,000. That was this bike right here. Now they have them listed at 11 grand, and this is still a crazy deal for this bicycle. The main difference between this bike and this bike is the CLX2s compared to CLX3s. But you're still getting this year's SRAM red. You're still getting a 12R SWORKS carbon frame set, the same bar, the same seat. So you're still getting a lot of the same stuff for a nice discount, a $2,500 discount. So, but that's always the issue, is that do these people who buy these bikes really need that discount? Usually if they're spending this kind of money, they want to get what they want anyways. And that pocket change to them really isn't that big of a deal. Whereas I look for every little bit and piece. I switch from shopping at Publix and I go to Walmart now to save money. For bread. So that is not me. But let's get into today's video. So starting off for $13,500, what do you get? Well, you do get the brand new CLX3 wheel sets. And what is a CLX3 Rapide wheel set? Well, it now has carbon fiber spokes. So you get carbon fiber spokes with titanium nipple heads on there. They also are a different rim depth as well. The front wheel now is a 52 millimeter depth, and the rear wheel is a 48 millimeter depth. And the reason for this is that they say 90% of the bicycle's aerodynamics is in the front. They want to go ahead and get as much aerodynamics as they can possible in the front, but save as much weight as they can in the back because they figure that that rear disc in the back isn't going to do as much aerodynamics back there. So why not take the weight savings and make that wheel set pretty lightweight? I was pretty blown away. The CLX Sprints, which are the deeper model, weighed like 1350. So if I had to put a number on these wheels, I'd probably say they're right around like 1,300 grams. but I'll know for sure once I get my hands on. But that's a really good wheel set weight for a Western brand company at that depth. The internal rim width and external rim width are very similar to last year's model. This is a 50 front, 60 rear. They're still rocking a 21 millimeter internal rim width. A lot of people are kind of like, about that. But the externals are 35 millimeters, so it helps with that 105 rule for the tire to rim. Another thing they changed on the bicycle, all their bikes now, for their SWORKS models, will now come with SLT ceramic speed headset. I feel like that should be a given. You're spending that kind of money. They should always come with that. We started seeing that trickle in on the higher end frame sets, like the limited edition team frames, like the Bora, the Quick Step. Now we're seeing their total bikes get that. The self-lubricating technology, ceramic speed bearings on an internal routed cable bicycle is a must. One of the best upgrades you can make. It doesn't show anywhere. You're not going to get any performance benefit to it. But I promise you, your bike will last much longer. You won't have to change your headset bearings. And if you have an integrated bike, you know that a headset swap now, which used to be $20-25, now is like $250. Some shops are getting quoted $150. We charge around $90 to $100 if it's an SL8 because we're very familiar with it. That's including the bearings, and it's just basically 2 brake bleeds again. So if you need to change your handlebar tape, that's extra. But yeah, so you do get ceramic speed SLT bearings, whereas this one did not come with ceramic speed bearings. Also, what's new are the tires. You're getting the new version of the SWORKS turbo tires on here, and they finally they put on a 700 by 28C tire in the year 2025. For the longest time, all their Tarmac models came equipped with a 700 by 26C tire. They say that this rim was optimized for a 26C tire. They are behind, I would say, on widths of tires. And no lie, we had a meeting where one of their big guys from Specialized, the road department, came to our store. And I was like, when are you guys going to start putting 28C tires on your bikes? I always have customers who buy these bikes, and they want us to eat the tires to swap them out because they're doing it. And we usually cave. But I was like, when are you going to do it? He looked me down in the face. He's like, we already do it. I was like, no, you don't. I was going to bring him over to the bike to show him. But it was kind of like one of those things where he's like staring at me like he knew everything. I was like, you know what, man, it's not even worth it. Yeah, you guys already do it. But finally, they took 26C tires, now the 28C tires. And this is a newer compound, they say. It's a faster tire. The whole shebang-a-bang. Very, very nice. The handlebar on here is exactly the same as what it was. The Revol Rapide, 13.5 from 13,000. It's not a bad deal from what it was. If you're in the realm, it's a nice upgrade from the previous model year because you're getting newer wheels, because you're getting the ceramic speed bearings. And this handlebar actually went up in price as well. When this handlebar first dropped, it was $600. Now this handlebar is $700 from Specialized because of tariffs. So you're getting that. The one thing I wish they did include on it is a seat. This is the same SWORKS Power Mirror saddle that came on this Lear's. A great seat, a very, very nice seat. But they recently released a new saddle. This one. SWORKS Power Evo Mirror Saddle. Phenomenal. They change up a lot of this compound here to make it much more comfortable. They say it's like riding on clouds. No, I don't want 50% off. The hell on my face, dude. But they made this much softer here, which my biggest gripe with this saddle, it's a great saddle once you break in. It's not for me. I didn't enjoy it that much. But a lot of my customers liked it, but it's very dense at first. It took a little bit to break in. This saddle is much more forgiving right off the bat. I think this seat should have came stock on this bike. In my opinion, what I think it is I think they just have a bunch of this stuff left over. Not saying it's like only for that reason, because they're going to have to continue making these throughout the model year to spec this bike. But yeah, I would like to see that on there for sure. But other than that, you're still getting everything you know and love. A 12R frame, a SRAM red group set with a power meter on there. 15 mil seat posts. I wish you could also choose that option. I wish you could choose at checkout, like, hey, I want 0 or I want 15, or give dealers opportunities. I mean, sometimes, like I say, You come to my bike, you come to my bike store and you spend $13,500. Like, hey, could you swap out the seat post? I'll probably say yeah. You know, you're spending money at my store. I want to take care of you. So, but I would like to see. They used to do this back in the day. I don't think it's done. At this price point, I would like to see some sort of ceramic bottom bracket on there. SRAM Dub BSA68. And I'll give SRAM this credit. SRAM's stock bottom bracket, I think out of all the bottom bracket companies out there, for that price point, $40, is one of the best performing bottom brackets that I've seen in terms of longevity and overall wear. At first, very stiff when you first install it. When that customer brings that bike back in for like a 6-month or 1-year checkup, that thing spins so freely. So they do a really good job. But I would like to see at least a ceramic speed bottom bracket on there, or the ceramic bottom bracket by SRAM. That would be a nice upgrade on there. But other than that, it's the all same stuff that you know and love. Is it enough to move the needle? I think the new wheels are a nice big plus. But is it going to make the person who bought this bike last year splurge to buy a new bike, or will they just buy the new wheels, you know? We'll have to figure that out. But really right now, this bike coming out the box in a size 56 at 6.62 kilograms or 14 pounds, 9.5 ounces in a size 56, that is a very competitive bike for a top-tier world-class bicycle. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what color you guys like the best. Either the Gloss Premium Fjord Metallic, Fjord, or the Gloss Red Sky White Impasto. Let me know what you guys like to see differently as well. Anyways, it's just a quick little update video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comment section how you're doing today. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.